The sirens blared, a desperate scream that echoed off the cold, metallic walls of the underground compound. It was supposed to be our fortress, our sanctuary from the chaos above. But tonight, it felt like a tomb. Water, frigid and relentless, was pouring in from a breach in Sector Gamma. Panic was a contagion, spreading faster than the There was a manual override, a heavy-duty blast door designed for exactly this kind of catastrophic failure. She didn't use the main corridor. Instead, she navigated through a maze of dark, narrow ventilation shafts. The sound of rushing water was deafening, a constant roar that vibrated through the metal around her. At times, she had to crawl on her hands and knees, the cold air biting at her skin. Finally, she reached a grate that overlooked the breach. The sight was terrifying. A massive section of the outer wall had been torn open, and a waterfall of murky water was gushing in, threatening to swallow everything. The control panel for the blast door was on the opposite side of the chasm, about 20 feet away. The walkway that once connected the two sides was gone, twisted and mangled by the initial explosion. Below her was a swirling vortex of debris and water. There was no way to cross. No way for a normal person, at least. Alara secured one end of the cable to a reinforced beam above her head, testing its strength with all her weight. Then, holding the pry bar in one hand, she did something no one would have expected from a botanist. She leaped. For a terrifying second, she was suspended in midair, the roar of the water filling her ears. She swung across the gap, the cable groaning under the strain. Sparks flew as water short-circuited the secondary systems. The primary activation lever was stuck. She put all her strength into it, her muscles screaming in protest. It wouldn't budge. The water was rising faster now, already swirling around her ankles. With a final, desperate roar, she threw her entire body weight against the lever. There was a deafening groan of tortured metal, a sound that seemed to shake the very foundations of the compound. The flow began to lessen as the blast door sealed the breach. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more.